Just chilling here. Hello everyone and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. This week we've got a map by Diabler. Okay, I'm reading the sign this time, so none of you can comment on this. FPV and static third is better on this track. Okay, good, so that'll be nauseating. Yeah, I'd prefer first person to static third, I think. That's scary. What is happening? Oh! Okay. It's a heavily outer tube track, which is why first person would be preferred. And also why I'm gonna hate this. What's going on there? There's like a gap in the pieces or something. And then like super far to the right. Okay, gravity's working against you there. It was pulling me to the right or something. That's the confusing part of first person view. And you get all turned around like this. Kerncobb just joins the lobby and I think gets a time on his sight read while everyone else is struggling. So this section, what's going on here? Because there's this gap. Oh, it really is. This guy's holding it open. That's what's going on. Okay, so just don't drive straight over the gap. That's probably fine. And then you need to get way to the right for this, but not too far to the right, because this is the situation here. You can't tell in first person, but this is flat 90 degrees. So you really need to be at the top of this. And then it twists around some more. And keeps twisting around some more. Eventually you get to the finish. Wow. 41-second author time. I will say this looks like a very long track. I guess it's not. It's at the shorter end. I like the line there. I'm very happy with that. But then the rest of this section, you just stay left side so you can do that. That seems like it'll be tricky not to slide out. That turns a lot sharper than it seems. Oof, this is a hard track to learn. And it's very learning heavy, I think. Well, any tube track is going to be. Especially these outer tube sections, because like if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, you're just going to be set up way incorrectly. Okay, that's so hard to see. I have all the checkpoints, so if I fall into the finish... Oh, yeah, this will work fine. No, it won't. I'm going uphill. This track is hard, guys. A little bit of an inner. I'm afraid that probably is faster. This section is mostly just if you know what to do. This isn't gonna be too fast for it, yeah. I don't know what to do on that section yet. I'm getting good at the start. I like the beginning of this track. I like it up until about here. That's just because it's outer tube and it confuses me. That part, you just have to be a little bit later on the apex so that you don't slide out. And then this. Get to the right here, because this is like a crossover between two pieces. Then you go to the finish here. Yay, I got a time. Half the lobby has a time. That's not bad. It's been half the warm-up round already. Normally it wouldn't take me that long to get a first finish. I'd like to take a look at some of this in third person. This spot I understand what's going on. There's the weird gravity here where you're turned around and you don't really know what's going on. Like this. Okay. That's a tough turn. I'm just doing this to get a sense of gravity, that's all. Okay, yeah. It's very blind, but since I know the route, I can do it. Just the very end. What's going on? Oh, it's one of these pieces. This is so weird. What is the angle on this? Oops. I'm sure that inner has to be faster at the start if we can get into that. Can drive over that gap pretty cleanly, actually. A little bit of a slide out. That's a really hard part to, like, get the oscillation for it without sliding out, because you're so fast when you hit that spot. In first person, the ending seems almost normal, but in third person, you realize the angle is just wacky. Apparently Alex is missing a checkpoint. I'm not sure which one you could be missing here. Maybe the last one. That turn is confusing also. Has Alex fallen for the old you see the finish and go straight to it without thinking problem? Oh, that's an interesting underflip. Guys, just look at the checkpoint counter before you go to the finish. It's simple. This section is a lot harder to control than I bet it looks. This section is mostly just about not falling off the track, not sliding out. This is a pretty solid run. 41.7. Yeah, Kern is sub 41 now. I think that little jump off I did probably is faster, but man, you have to dodge the road like sandals. You just saw trying it there. So yeah, I do think jumping off the left side is better. Slightly. At least now that I understand the track, I can do it fairly consistently. I'm still concerned about some of these areas. This section, which I've done so cleanly right now. And some of these outer tube sections also, just I feel like I could fall off at any given time. Definitely not a map that I look at and just say, oh yeah, I'm going to be good on this. No, this is a tricky one. It's outer tube, which I don't like, and it's kind of ribbon again, like last week, which I was talking about. Ribbon being one of my weaker track styles. Final run in warm-ups, it's not going to be an improvement. That was not very clean. Yeah, and then you like jump off here, but try not to crash into the road. If you have more speed, that makes more sense. How are are these pieces aligned? Because it's... well, they're aligned smoothly. It's just the line isn't smooth, so... Actually, there's no reason to not just get onto the right side piece immediately, is there? Alright, Cup starting. Only 47 players. Not a huge lobby. It's still daylight savings offset for Europe, so, you know, Quick Razor's not here. So bottom 6 get eliminated, or however many people DNF. Either people have figured out the track, or they haven't at this point. And if they haven't, then there could be a lot of DNFs. There's also a couple spots, like I mentioned. This one specifically, there's a certain angle. I think I'm starting to understand it. Or you could just do that. Always gotta make the first round hard on myself, don't I? Fortunately, it being on the shorter end of tracks, it does mean you get chances to reset. Doesn't mean I'm not nervous of failing again. Yeah, it's smooth if you just get over to the right side immediately, instead of trying to do some weird crossover. Alright, got a time. That's something. Pandamain in the lead currently, a first-person player all the time, as seen in his clan tag, FPV, first-person view. Not as fast as Curran's warm-up time. I'm surprised that's green speed, actually. That felt uncomfortable to me. That's very green. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I get this track now. Yeah, a lot of DNFs. I'm not too surprised. This is a tough map for me to figure out. And if I took 5 minutes to get a first finish on this track, then I think other people, it's not surprising to me that it hasn't been figured out. I also noticed Kern got like a 41. There was a high 41 last time, so maybe not consistent with the sub 41. Something to keep an eye on as the cup goes on. That turn. Now I'm offline for this turn. There's a fan there. Is there a fan trick? Good luck actually finding that part of the track. This turn. Where's the fan? Oh, presumably between the stars. Yeah, okay. So there's no fan trick then, that's just a straight road piece. Diabler's usually pretty good about marking where the fans are in some way. The stars are not necessarily a clear-cut telling that there's a fan there, but just knowing Diabler, I had a guess. Oh, a little bit of a clip. Is that good? It might be. It's gonna be another one of these. We have to get the clip. I hope not. Hey, second place somehow. Oh, it was a 41-0, I guess. I guess when I'm smooth with it, I do well. It's just the first time I've had a smooth run. Pandamain wins again. 40.8 is very fast. Everybody got a time in round 2, so those who did know how to get to the finish of the track are able to do so consistently. like to take a look at somebody else's run also if I get a good time here. Nice oscillation there. Yeah, gives a good setup. Just grabbed a little bit too much speed. I think that was a non-optimal line for speed conservation. Still though, this is splits compared to a 41-0. So, I'm fine then. Let's see what Panda main's doing. Panda does do that inner. Oops, don't remember my keybind for first person on spectator. Same thing. Yep, same line all the way around. Curran gets a 40.8 new world record. This oscillation I think is very important for speed conservation. It's not very obvious racing the track, but I think if you do that bad, you lose a lot of speed. Ooh, a little bit of an inner. That's going to be a struggle to get back. I don't think Panda has a time right now either. Okay, well, he gets to the end though. It's a 43.4, not great. A few notable people without a time right now. Hydro, Sandals, Mac Cheesy, St. Nick. Some of them getting to the finish. This is the finish right here. Looking for a few more. Here's Rory with the time, but it is slowest so far. Mac Cheesy gets a time as well. Hydro does. Looks like almost all of them will. Matic D not going to get a time. Oh, we're already in 4 eliminations also by round 3. Smaller lobby and massive DNF in round 1. So already at the point where it's 4 eliminations per round. Why don't I just reset? It's not like I don't have many chances to. At this stage, I'm not too concerned about getting that inner at the start. But when I do it, like my first attempt where I got into it and then kicked out of it again, might as well just take a run with better speed. This run is not amazing for speed. It's not too bad. It's still mid 41 I'm on pace for. Well, maybe not with -3 speed. It's a high 41. Still top 5 at the moment. Oh, not anymore. Curran with a 0.7. I think Curran's figured out the track now. He's dialed in. That'll be hard to beat. Oh, that turn is hard. You need to get the good oscillation in the previous turn where it's like the you're on the flat piece that's actually sideways, so gravity's pulling to the right, and then it's sort of a half pipe turn but kind of not. Oh, Panda gets a 0.6. This spot right here, you need to like oscillate this turn and then hopefully have it set up high enough that you don't get a jump on the inside line. And then that turns into the next turn, and to the next turn. It's a big chain after that. You need to get all of them well if you want to do any of them well. Panda main, Kern Cobb, and Mew all with very fast times, 40.7s or faster. There was a brief moment of like 2 rounds where I was feeling good on this track, and now I'm back to feeling not so good on this track. This is going to be a fast cup if we're already down to 21 players in the lobby. It was a bit low. Okay. That was alright. Ooh, that was the thing I did in the first round, except I was expecting it this time and was able to get out of it. Still with 0.0 pace. 0.1 pace, okay. That might be too far. Oh, nice landing, pretty much into the inner. Kind of got kicked out of it a little bit. Yeah, still, though, getting a lot of that inner puts me up speed and time. Nice little oscillation here, sets you up for the right side into this all right outer tubes section. Nice oscillation there. Oh, too far to the inside. Ah, okay, I got away with it though. If you're very inside, I did that thing again. Okay, let's just finish this run before I distract myself. Oh, that was pretty much the same time as the first run. If you're very inside at what section? Wait, how do I find anything on this track? On this section, this piece right here, I have a tendency to get a jump, and then you run into this guy. So you can't be too inside, you have to come up a little bit high in that oscillation, and then kind of, it's a very late apex. As that is Agix Malio MacCheesy form eliminated. One more round of 4 eliminations. I'm seeing a couple of the big hitters, as it were, that have been kind of struggling. Hydro and Sandals, namely, who were the slowest two to make it through in the last round. Plus 2.6 is crazy. I think that was a bad setup for the oscillation. Yeah, so I think the car was turning against what I wanted it to do. Oh, but then at this speed recovered? Maybe I just don't understand the splits on this map. Sure. I don't know. Is that too far to the inside, or does that work out? Maybe it's too far to the inside. Oh, 5 thousandths ahead of Curran right now. It's a rarity. I don't know how I got that crazy speed for the start, though. Yeah, I'm not really writing the oscillation exactly how you'd want to, because I need that higher setup for the next turn. It's making the exit of that oscillation bad. I keep saying oscillation like it's bobsled, but it really is, my mind is kind of thinking of that as an ice section. That's kind of the motion you need to do. You counter steer against the tube a little bit. Tommy surprised about being knocked out as Microwaves Tommy Gaming brag Alex Tar. 41-7 at the cutoff. Pandamain still looking very good here. It's kind of Pandamain and Kern, I would say, that are the consistent ones. Even Zoman has not been at the top like he usually is. Zoman, who we just found out during the warm-ups here before I started recording, has 10,000 more wins in Zeepkist online lobbies than I do. It's still that way because neither of us have won in this cup. Oh, actually, did I get a win in this cup? I already don't remember. Oh, we're fighting for it now, though. 1 and 2. 0.6 is really good, actually. I'm seeing the line, but it's seeing and doing is kind of different tasks. Oh, there's a little bit of a slide out. You could hear it. You could probably see it too if you use the wheel indicators in the bottom right. It's that's what happens when you don't get the oscillation good. This whole track is kind of, I think, treated like bobsled, which is why I'm doing somewhat okay at it. Because even this outer tube section, like, I don't know, you kind of oscillate like you would in ice track. Oh, that's too inside. Oh, no, it's not. I think I'm too eager to turn right before the fan. I had a little slide out there too. If I just wait to get up a little bit higher on the banking, I would have a much easier turn. Oh, that's the end of the round. I wasn't paying attention to the timer. Alright, I got a win this time. 2,162 all time to Zoman's 10,200 to 10... What is it? 12,161. Who was that? Renergy and Kyogen eliminated. Into the top 11. That was way too far to the right. That was a jump, but I don't know, the line felt okay. It's down a little bit, I guess, but we'll take a run. Down a little bit on my kind of insane 0.6 time. Too far to the inside, but then I got an inner and kind of saved it. The inner's totally faster, by the way, if you want to start going for that in the later rounds. That sounds gross. 0.6 is actually not very safe, is it? It was like 0.7 is getting eliminated. A better start. Yeah, just be gentle with it there, and I save so much more speed. Wow. Okay, so that's one of the spots I can improve on, I think. Bees is already gone, and oh, Elcat snipes Hydro. Just Hydro have the time. Where is the finish? I don't know, I'm lost on this track. Hydro's in space. So Hydro and Bees eliminated. Hydro just at the edge of the top 10. 9-time Cup of the Day winner getting knocked out. So it is still a lot of Cup of the Day winners remaining. Okay, first person with players on is going to be a nightmare. Mew and Stick and Elcat, the remaining non-Cup winners. Okay, that's fine. I saved that. I don't think that's a true -8 speed. Yeah. The speed splits are kind of crazy back and forth through there. I don't know what... There's a little bit of a line difference, I guess, compared to whatever my PB did. 40.3 from current Cobb. Maybe he did that inner clip that I was talking about. Okay, that's actually just a crazy start if you land perfectly in the inner. My goodness. Okay, never mind. I see how he got 0.3. Theoretically, though, there's that second inner you can do there. Yeah, that's a 0.4. That is insane. That was like plus 2.5 speed just because I landed perfectly into this on the white. I still don't know how to photo mode this map. Where's the end? It's over here. Mew without a time, Sandals in the elimination zone, neither of them coming to the finish. Panda upset about his record continuously being taken. Did I take it even? No, not quite. 0.41. That was fast. Zoman also with the 0.6 is kind of sneaking up here. Okay, now I'm going to be jumping off the map every time at the beginning because I know how good this start is. Okay, that was pretty good. It was a little bit... I had to kind of turn back and forth to keep it on the line there. So -1 speed, but it's compared to a run that was plus 2.5, so that's actually still crazy good speed. Nice inside line. I'm surprised how much you can actually get away with the inside line there. I think that's a better ending. 0.8. Jake Jason with the 0.60 now. That is fast. Come on, you can stay in the inner. Lost 3.6 speed. Just wow. This inner is dumb at the start. Okay, how does this oscillation go? Oh, it sets you up for that inner. Is anyone doing that? No, current... Oh wait, this is the one at the end. This map is so confusing to spectate. Hellcat switches places with Stick, but does not get out of the elimination zone. Final round of 2 eliminations. Odd numbers. Good performance from both Hellcat and Stick. I think that has to be personal best for both of them. Now the top 5 are all previous Cup of the Day winners. Kern Cobb leading everyone with 35, Zoman with 28, myself with 3, and Jake and Panda with 2 apiece. Too far to the right. Okay, perfectly landed the inner again. Another 1.5, are you kidding? It's only 0.4 by the time you get to checkpoint 2, but... kind of awkward setups. The inner might be a little dangerous, that second one. Okay, I got the crazy landing again. Oh, I got spit out of it that time, though. Still good speed. .5 from Jake is insane. This is actually a really scary round. Okay, I'm +3, though. Yeah, keep it a bit higher that time. Just be safe with it. Make sure you get the good line. Skid it a tiny bit. Ooh, that was almost too far to the inside, but I got away with it. And that should be good. 0.4? Yeah. Zoman without a time right now. Still kind of curious what other people are doing. Kern also needing an improvement, most likely. Kern is going to get knocked out with that. Wow, Kern Cobb gets eliminated as Zoman puts in a 0.6. Kern with just one kind of off run gets eliminated. I mean, that's a 0.7. That is 6th on GTR. Or that, just behind it. Like, that is just behind Mew's time on GTR. And that's what got eliminated in 5th place. Absolutely insane. Does Panda take record back also? No, not quite. Panda's so close to the record. Alright, so Kern Cobb eliminated. I mean, I think anybody can win this. As proven by that round where everyone is just insanely fast. So all 41s this round? Yeah, I think Jake's right. It's going to be all 41s, and I'm going to get like a 42 and finish in 4th. It didn't get the perfect landing, but I was close enough to steer into the inner. I'm actually really surprised I didn't slide out. Yep, Zoman sets the first of the 41s. I'm going to set a 40, though. I think I lost a little bit with the awkward airtime at the end. Oh, that was beautiful. Still not entirely sure about this section, what the ideal line is. I was a touch too late of an apex. It's actually set me up a little bit of a tight angle for that turn. I think I've saved good speed though, so yeah, I should make up some of this at the very end. There's a double DNF, is that really what I'm reading in chat? This happened last time Kern got eliminated early too, where like the time suddenly sucked. It's a 0.9 and 2 DNFs in this round. Pandamain and Jake Adjacent both going out together. That'll be shared 3rd place on my stats. Is how I count that, I believe. Okay, sudden finals between Zoman and myself. I think I'm pulling away from the 10,000 win gap. I should say I've lessened that gap. Can I win in the finals, though? This is not who I thought the finals were going to be. Like, the whole time I was thinking this is Kern, Cobb, Pandamain, Jake. I mean, Zoman and... You know, I didn't say his name for half the video. It's like outer tubes. Why am I doing good on this track? Oh, that time I did slide out. Let's go for this inner. Nah, okay. I wonder how much of last round was just, like, trying super hard to get this start. 0.4, that's pretty much PB pace. I do have time for 2 runs, actually. I think that's too far to the inside. I skidded. I don't have time for 2 runs, so that's bad, so not take that. I had to try way too hard to get into that inner. Yeah, I'm set behind from the beginning. The thing is, there's like so much time to gain throughout the map, so it's not even over yet. Never mind, someone has a 0.2. It's over. What? I did the inner? It's not over? Yeah, it's still over. The inner didn't save me. Well, GG, Zoman. I tried, but that was too fast. 2nd place, though, I am thrilled with that. I should have been, like, 6th at best in this cup. So, GG, thank you guys for watching. If you like watching my videos, please do hit the subscribe button. I am shooting for 1,000, getting pretty close. Also, if you want to see stats and results, I will post the link to my spreadsheet in the description below, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!